I was one of the 10 most outstanding faculty for school year 2018 and 2019.
As a teacher, I believe that learning is the responsibility of both the educator and the students. Being dynamic in class means allowing myself to learn from my students as well. I have always valued their insights, not only when we're discussing course lessons, but also when I'm crafting classroom policies. Understanding where they're coming from is an essential element in the whole learning process.
So, I introduced Kapihan sessions in my class. These sessions are mini breaks throughout the semester that are meant for students to take a break from their usual lessons and focus on concepts that they may find difficult to understand.
It's when students learn as a result of their own efforts, in gaining knowledge, in achieving the ability to think critically, or simply in observing, in reflecting with the teacher as their guide.
Students are asked to write down concepts that they struggle with, and I work with them during the sessions to help them understand and process any questions that they may have. These sessions are meant to be fun, full of laughter, and most importantly, judgment-free.
Dynamic learning takes place in an environment that promotes collaboration, creativity, and innovative thinking. This interactive laboratory is an example of a dynamic learning environment.
It is a space for students to learn at their own pace, with the teacher's help, and a way for me to assess my own teaching practices and adjust to the students' needs.
With the help of learning management systems like Canvas and other educational tools, we teachers do what we do best. We adapt, we teach, we facilitate, we nurture, and we support our students to become the best versions of themselves.
Welcome to FEU.
For you, we are creating spaces.
For you, we are creating spaces.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. We hope that you're all safe and healthy. We would like to welcome you all on our career orientation, mentoring, and program advising series, or COMPAS. Before we start the program, we would like to acknowledge the presence of our Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Maria Teresa Trinidad P. Tino, our Vice President for Academic Development, Dr. Mirna Quinto, the Assistant Vice President for Academic Services, Dr. Jean Pamitan, our Senior Director for Admissions and Financial Assistance Office, Dr. Michelle Acumular, the Dean of the Institute of Arts and Sciences, Dr. Rowena Reyes, and of course, the Dean of the Institute of Accounts, Business and Finance, Mr. Earl Joseph Borgoña. COMPAS is one of the Academic Affairs Office new initiatives in collaboration with the Admissions and Financial Assistance Office to adapt to the changing learning landscape. This is to ensure that our students would still have the same quality of education and continuous learning. COMPAS is a series of featured interviews from respective industry experts from different disciplines. They will share their journey to success, from the reason why they chose their college degree and how it affected their current career. Anyway, we are in for a very interesting session today, because our speaker is a strong, independent woman. She's a graduate of our neighbor school in España, Manila, and we will hear her inspiring journey to the corporate ladder. Please welcome our speaker for this afternoon, Ms. Maria Victoria Bing de Chavez de Los Santos, a banker for 28 years. She's the area head of MetroBank, handling a little over 200 staff that is composed of managers, assistant managers, and customer representatives across 22 branches in Manila. She finished AB Communication Arts and landed a great job as a banker. She took advantage of what she learned as being a communication student and applied it in the banking industry. And she is now a senior manager in one of the prestigious banks in the country, MetroBank. Without any further ado, let us all welcome Ms. Maria Victoria de los Santos.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Can I start? Good afternoon to everyone.
Yes, ma'am. You may proceed.
Okay. So, good afternoon, dear students, and to all the organizers of this event. I am very pleased to be speaking to you today, and I hope that you feel as excited as I am to be part of COMPAS. I'd like to invite you to go back to the time when you were growing up. Can you please share my slide?
Ma'am Bing, I believe you are muted po.
Okay. Am I clear? Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'd like to invite you to go back to the time when you were growing up. Can you still remember the things that you loved doing most back then? Can you still recall the best and most vivid memories of your childhood? What do you love to do with your friends? I'm sure most of you have your share of happy and probably unforgettable memories. When I was 7 or 8 years old, my favorite pastime is to climb the trees in our backyard without a safety gear and escaping the sheltered care of my mother. Oftentimes, I would fall. I would get injured, sprained an ankle, or go home with a scraped knee. But those are minor things that I easily get over with because what I want is to reach as high as I can so that I'll experience the view from above. Little did I know that this childhood pastime would be the same journey that I would be taking in life. Humility aside, I was a consistent honor student when I was in school. I was also a born leader, having been elected as vice president or president alternately as early as grade 1. I have a brother who is younger than me, and we were privileged to live a comfortable life in San Juan, Batangas. I know most of you have been there visiting our beautiful beaches in Laia. My father was a businessman, while my mother is into wholesale and retail of rice and other grain products. We were financially well off back then. Until one day, my father was swindled in one of his business dealings and he became bankrupt. We went through a lot of ordeals, painful ordeals, getting evicted from our stores, sold our pieces of land, no food to share during Noche Buena, and eventually losing many of our friends. You name it, and we have experienced it. In tears, our parents would tell me and my brother, no matter how difficult it would take, both of you will get a degree. We have no money, but we will make sure you will go to school. Indeed, our journey was really tough. During college, we were deprived of a lot of life's comfort. No fancy clothes, no movies, no hangout with friends, nothing. We were given an allowance enough to sustain our 3 meals a day. Our main concern is to finish college and get a job. In 1993, I graduated from UST AB Mass Communication, while my brother graduated from the Philippine National Police Academy. By God's grace, he is now a full-fledged police colonel, just a rank away from being a general, while I am an assistant vice president at MetroBank. I did not become a bank executive in an instant, and so with my brother. We both rose from the ranks. I started out as a teller, while he started as an aspiring lieutenant. Perhaps you might ask, what is an AB ComArts doing in a bank? I could have been a journalist, a writer, or maybe a media practitioner. But I would like to believe that everything happens for a reason. And I am fortunate to be part of one of the largest banks in the country today, and that is MetroBank, where I put to good use my communication skills. I am glad that I made the right decision to join the banking industry. Now, I am honored to be an instrument of God as I have been keeping customers of MetroBank in good hands for the last 28 years. Working in a bank may be challenging, but it is very fulfilling. I am grateful to my bank for the work-life happiness, the environment that we have. Its generosity has been extended to my family as we enjoy our simple home, cars, and the many happy memories we have built through our travels abroad. My husband and I were so blessed with the opportunity to send our two girls to good schools. In fact, my eldest is an incoming third-year college from the Institute of Nursing here at FEU, while my youngest is in grade 10 at St. Teresa's College, Quezon City. I did not get the job fitting of a ComArts graduate, but I made sure I put to good use my skill set and that I thrived in the career that I chose. Let me share with you the three qualities that I consider important to ensure success in a workplace. And these are also the same qualities that I ingrain among those who I mentor at work. Number one, be punctual at all times. In my 28 years with the bank, I have not recorded a single tardiness. I wake up early and a lot more time, enough to fix myself. Coming ahead of schedule and being punctual is a sign of respect to the people you are meeting with. Number two, do not procrastinate. It is our worst enemy. It disguises itself as fun and deceives us to put off what needs to be done so that you can spend time on less important things. Mamaya na yan. Or bukas gagawin ko yan. Cut out those excuses and the distractions of instant gratifications. Act now, for tomorrow may never come. Number three, instill the power of discipline. You will never always be motivated. Never. So you must learn to be disciplined. This is what keeps us going on the days when we don't feel like moving out of our bed. It provides the willpower to push, to complete a task or a project that no longer motivates us but still needs to be done. According to an anonymous writer, the best kept secret is that the distance between your dreams and your reality is the level of discipline placed in your daily routine. It's the little things that you do every day that contributes to your success. These are the habits that you have formed. Now, what is the purpose of this talk? Dear students, I want you to realize that you are very privileged to be given the opportunity to study. Many young people your age are not as blessed as you are to still be in school during these times of pandemic. You might be undergoing a lot of difficulties right now, but I would like to encourage you to hold on and persevere because the best is yet to come, my dear students. Let me also share with you some of my life lessons. Number one, there is nothing that you can't achieve in life if you're willing to work for it. What you can have is up to you. Who you can be is up to you. You are your only limit. No one else can stop you from having anything or being anyone you decide to be. Number two, live with integrity. As Zig Ziglar puts it best, with integrity, you have nothing to fear, since you have nothing to hide. With integrity, you will do the right thing even when no one is watching. Be patient, work hard, work fast, and work smart. But if it doesn't come when you expect it to come, be patient and do not quit, because nothing worthwhile in life comes easy. If you want it bad, you must be prepared to work for it. I would like to encourage you, everyone, start climbing your trees and enjoy the view from above. Good day, and thank you very much. God bless us all.
Okay, maraming salamat, Ma'am Bing, for that very inspiring and informative lecture. And now for my favorite part of the session, which is the question and answer portion. I can see that we have multiple questions on our message board already. So we'll try to accommodate all, and I will start reading it as it comes. Okay, Ma'am Bing, for our first question, which was sent to me privately by a senior high school student. Hi, Miss Victoria. It was mentioned during the introduction that you are a graduate of communication po. My question po is, what pushes you to apply in a bank industry po? Does public relation or public speaking as a skill important?
Okay. I think I was able to mention that I think talagang tatanungin ako, what am I doing in a bank? You know, honestly, when I graduated in 1993, just like what I've mentioned to you, I am really looking for a job right after my graduation. And the first opportunity that came my way, I grabbed it. So I applied at MetroBank, and luckily I was accepted. And for the last 28 years, never did I regret my decision to enter the banking industry. Now that I am in MetroBank, no, I am able to put to good use my skill set. You know, I am able to talk to my clients, no. I am able to get a lot of investments because of the communication skills that I've learned. So all the things that I've learned, I have already applied them in my work. So talagang hindi lang ako napunta sa media, or I was not able to practice the course, but in MetroBank talagang mas na-enhance. Also, there are a lot of times when I am being invited to teach yung mga students natin or yung mga incoming mga employees natin. I also mentor a lot of branch heads, and through those times, no, nagagamit ko talaga yung course ko in communication. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Bing, for that answer. Actually, I really agree with that. Communication skills is a really important factor when it comes to any aspect po in the industry. Okay, but now for our second question, Ma'am Bing, coming from the senior high school as well. Hello po, thank you po for the motivation. This really helps me to choose the right course for me po. Ang question ko po is, what are the perks po working in a bank? Salamat po.
Am I allowed to discuss it online? Okay. So there are a lot of perks aside from what I've mentioned earlier. You know, I was able to travel. I was able to put my children in good schools, and we were able to live a modest life. You know, we were a simple family. We're a simple family, you know, and there are a lot of benefits. You know, MetroBank offers a lot of great benefits that I hope Some of you would be able to experience it when you decide to apply for MetroBank after the pandemic. No, there are a lot of perks. No, apart from there is really we have a career path in MetroBank. No, our management really take good care of us. No, in terms of our career, the things that we would like to achieve. We were given a lot of trainings. No, we were given a lot of self-enhancement activities. No, so apart from the monetary benefits, there are a lot of things that I enjoy doing with MetroBank. So for those students who are asking what are the perks, you may call me. I'll give my direct line and I'll discuss it with you offline. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am Bing. So to our dear students, you already know what to do, okay? So from Miss Bing, it really is having a lot of perks when you work in MetroBank po. Okay po. Ma'am Bing, for our next question, coming from our participant in this meeting link. Hello po, Miss Victoria. Ano pong advice niyo po para sa mga students na until now, nalilito pa rin sa career or course na gusto nilang kunin? And what was your mindset when you took a big leap from communications to banking? Thank you.
Okay, so I'll just address the first question, kung ano yung maa-advise ko. You know, when I took up AB Communication Arts, because yun yung passion ko. That's what I love to do. Kasi yung the things that we do, nagsa-start yan when we were small. No? Ano ba yung mga bagay na sa tingin ko magaling ako? Dati alam ko, hindi ako magaling sa math. I love to write. Mahilig akong mag-declaim. So I think, sabi ko, siguro pwede ako sa communication arts, pwede ako sa broadcasting, pwede ako sa journalism. Wag sana math kasi ayoko mag-compute. Okay? So that pushes me to take a course na AB Communication Arts. I was very passionate about the thing that I do before when I was in college, no? Apart from I really need to concentrate on my studies because I need to get a job, because my brother is waiting for me, because I have to send him to school also. What pushes me to enter the banking industry, though I am an AB Com Arts graduate, I mentioned that already. But, you know, kahit napunta ako ng bank, no, hindi ako nakapag-practice really nung aking tinapos, hindi ko pinagsisihan. Kasi talaga namang in everything that I do, I put my heart in it. So that's the only secret is in everything that you do, be passionate and put your heart in it.
I couldn't agree more to that, Ma'am Bing. Actually, part of me po kasi, I am a tourism student. Before I said that I do not want math because I'm more on computation. But then, of course, when I enrolled in tourism, I appreciated my program and then I started embracing. That's what you said is actually correct po, Ma'am Bing, that when you put your heart to it, it would be a lot smoother or smooth sailing po.
We just have to be very passionate in everything that we do. You know, ngayon na nasa bank ako, I thought I hate math. Hindi pala. Because I have to do a lot of strategies, no? Lahat ng targets, lahat ng budget that I need to achieve. I need to mentor my branch heads for them to be able to reach their targets. So, lahat ng inayuan ko ng math ngayon, nasa akin lahat yun. Okay.
Now, for our fourth question, also coming from our student or participant in this meeting link po, Miss Victoria, what skill set, aside from communication skill, did you bring to the next level in order to fit into the banking industry? How did you retool to become adept in the delivery of efficient financial services?
Mm-hmm. The thing that I can remember is that being patient. You know, sa bank kasi, you really have to be very patient and you have to be very critical. Another thing is you have to be very accurate in everything that you do. Hindi kasi pwedeng ala chamba, no? Kasi bawat isang number, may katapat yan na financial liability. So, yung pagiging, I'm a task-oriented person probably, kaya nag-fit in din kasi ako sa MetroBank, no? And also another thing is that the thing that I bring in talaga is the integrity na tinuro sa akin ng mga magulang ko. Because integrity, yan talaga yung binibenta namin sa MetroBank. Apart from the financial services that we offer, you know, yung integridad natin, yung doing the right thing even if no one is watching, that's the best thing that we have to do. And that's the thing that we have to inculcate in the minds of our students right now, no? We have to be honest all the time. Diyan tayo pinagkakatiwalaan ng mga tao, ng mga kliyente namin. So, I think that's the thing that I can say about that question. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Tama naman po, ma'am. Even though that your boss is not watching you, we really have to do our task or our work honestly. But now, ma'am, coming from our Facebook Live, comment po ito. Good afternoon po. I am inspired with your words of wisdom and inspiration. May I ask po, how did you handle the challenge of working in a bank po since you graduated with a program not in line with your work po? Thank you.
Initially, when I started out as a teller, you know, kapag teller ka, di ba, all you have to do is yung handle yung money. But nung meron na mga accounting entries, hindi ko na naiintindihan. Pero hindi pwedeng hindi ko naiintindihan because that's the work that I do. You know what I did? I learned everything. I asked, nagtanong ako ng nagtanong. Bakit ako ng bakit? I have a lot of whys because I need to understand. Because unless I understand, I cannot do my work well. So, I have mentors. Meron akong mga mentors. I have friends who are accountants, no? That every time I need to ask on anything, I have parang mga call a friend, no? And also, nag-choose ako ng isang mentor. Na that mentor, who happens also to be my friend right now, who's also an executive of the bank. So sa kanya ko tinatanong the things that I do not know because we do not know everything, di ba? Hindi natin malalaman lahat. But the important thing is that open tayo to learning, no? Marunong tayong parang we need to absorb a lot of things, you need to do a lot of reading. And then, syempre, yung day-to-day na dealings mo na din with the clients, no? Ini-equip ka kasi nun eh. It gives you the confidence, no? It also gives you the motivation that you are able to help a lot of people and reach their lives, no? Pagbabalikan ko ngayon, parang ang daming mga kliyente na somehow yumaman because nag-advise ako na, oh ma'am, baka you can put your money in this kind of investment, o ba, ma'am, baka you can terminate na because it's good na, the price is good, no? So I would research. I would really do a lot of research. I read and I ask a lot of people na magaling dun sa ginagawa nila.
Thank you, Ma'am Ling. Tama naman po. And we really have to be open-minded from other people's help because that will give us a room to grow, especially doon sa ating ginagawa that we are not yet certain of. Okay. Ma'am Bing, another question from our chat box naman po. Choosing my course and university is perhaps the biggest decision I have to make. Normal po bang matakot? Ang baba po kasi ng accountability ko. Thank you.
Normal ang matakot, pero dapat hindi ka nananatiling takot, no? Sabi ko parate, normal na natatakot kasi pag natatakot ka, that's the time na nasa-strengthen mo lahat ng kung anong meron sa'yo. Minsan kasi, pag complacent tayo at basta na lang tayo pumapasok sa mga bagay, that's the time na medyo nag-fail tayo. But when we are scared, we are scared because we don't want to fail. So, wag matakot, 'di ba? Pangatawanan kung ano yung naging decision, and gawin ang lahat, no? Do the best, do your best in everything that you do, no? Wag manatiling takot, no? Okay lang 'yan. Takot ka sa umpisa, pero dapat as you move along, as you go along, tumatapang ka every day. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I certainly agree with that, ma'am. Actually, tama po kayo dito sa sinabi nyo and it really hit me mentally. Kasi ma'am, we really have to be, we have to take a leap of faith, what they call that one po. Tapos, kasi hindi mo po malalaman kung hindi mo susubukan.
Correct.
Okay, ma'am. Another question from our participant. what are the most memorable struggles that you experience in your work, and how did you overcome it?
Okay. Okay. Memorable struggles. There were a lot of challenging situations wherein napunta ako sa isang sitwasyon na gano'n. But as of now, wala akong ma-remember, meaning hindi siya gano'n kabigat because I enjoyed what I do. No, probably I really cannot remember anything. I was not involved in any mga financial obligations sa bank because just like what I've mentioned, I am a task-oriented. I always follow everything, no? So maybe because wala akong masyadong challenging na experience, wala talaga akong may remember right now eh. Apart from during my when I was a branch head, no, I became a branch head also. I came from a teller and then I became a branch head also. There were times ng challenging ko is that I have to foreclose a property. Meaning, hindi nakabayad sa utang yung kliyente. And it broke my heart that kailangan namin kuhanin yung kanyang property because hindi siya nakapag-settle. So I think that was the most challenging. Siyempre, nagalit sa akin yung client. And wala akong magawa because that's part of my job. But it broke my heart. So I think yun yung challenging ko na naiisip right now.
Yes, ma'am. I believe we really learned something when it comes to challenges during our work. And talagang hindi po natin talaga mararamdaman ang pagod or ang hirap if mahal at gusto natin yung ginagawa natin. Diba? Next, ma'am, we really have a lot of questions.
Oh, I would love that.
Our next question, ma'am, being, what are the advantages of graduating in communication arts that you think are a big help to your career right now?
Okay, advantages. Kasi di ba alam naman natin when I was in UST, nasanay kami nang inihaharap kami sa maraming tao. You know, some of my colleagues now in the bank, no, minsan kapag merong mga speaking engagements or kailangan magturo, kailangan mag-talk, kailangan mag-present, lagi nila akong ipupush, Bing, ikaw na lang. Kasi parang yung orientation kasi nila during college, hindi sila doon na-train. And luckily, I was exposed to that experience when I was in college, no? So it really helped me a lot, no? Kapag may mga presentation sa clients, no, na pwede ikaw na lang, hindi namin forte yan eh, magko-compute na lang kami. So I think those are the things, no, we were trained in UST kasi before, talaga, to speak in front of a lot of people, no? We were trained to write. So yung writing skills naman natin, nagamit ko yon in the preparations of my proposals. Kapag magpapa-approve na ako ng mga proposals ko sa may-ari ng bangko, pag magre-report na ako ng standing ng area ko sa may-ari ng bangko, that's the time that I put to good use yung aking writing skills naman.
Thank you, Ma'am B, for that answer to that wonderful question. And we have loads of questions again, Ma'am B. And our next question, ma'am, coming from our participant. Hello po. I do have a question po for Miss Victoria po. Do you think that the school where an applicant graduated affects the chances of getting hired in the banking industry po? Because apparently po, I was accepted in top schools here in Manila, such as FEU. However, my family cannot send me to any of these schools because of financial instability.
Okay. I really love that question. No, I love that question so much. No, you know, as an area head, ako nag-hire ako ng mga tao. You know, marami akong mga ini-interview na mga applicants, and those coming from FEU, those coming from schools na nasa atin ngayon, like UST, you know, parang pag ako gusto ko silang i-hire because mas meron silang patience, mas masipag sila. I'm not saying na hindi masisipag yung coming from the big schools, no? Masisipag din sila, but matsatsaga, Matsatsaga, no? You know, yung eskwelahan kasi, it's a factor. But hindi yun yung end ng lahat, no? It's still yung ikaw, yung pagkatao mo, yung mga habits mo, yung lahat ng mga natutunan mo in life, yung attitude mo. That's the most important. Kasi pag nag-hire ako, I don't hire na yung mga skilled na. No? You learn that through the years. But yung attitude, mahirap yon. Embedded yon sa DNA mo. Natutunan mo na yon as you grow old, no? So ako, I would choose to hire employees coming from FE.
Thank you so much po, ma'am. And I agree with that manners cannot be taught. Papa. And next, ma'am, we have our last 3 questions. Hello po, good afternoon. You've mentioned earlier na do not procrastinate. At this time po talaga, it's really challenging. What advice or steps can you give us po to overcome procrastination? Thank you po.
Okay. So kanina kasi, 'di ba, parang kasi when we procrastinate, no, kasi parang gusto natin ipagpabukas yung mga bagay no. Pag binukas mo ng binukas 'yan, parang ang mangyayari is wala kang na-accomplish. You know, sa bank kasi lagi kong sinasabi doon sa mga sales people ko, no, dapat hindi lumipas ang isang araw na wala kang naipasok na kahit na anong negosyo sa bank. Kahit na gaano kaliit yan, kahit credit card man yan, kahit ano man yan, basta dapat naging productive ka. No? Hindi pwede yung, sige, bukas na lang. Or, gagawin ko yan. No? Kailangan talaga, the thing that you can do now, do it now. No? Kasi baka wala nang bukas. 'Di ba? Baka wala nang opportunity again na kumatok sa'yo. 'Di ba? Hindi ka na uli mabigyan ng opportunity. Or baka yun yung panahon na ini-evaluate ka ng mga mentors mo. And then kasi doon nag-show yung attitude natin eh. So, yun lang sa akin is grab every opportunity that comes your way. You know? Sabi ko nga is, happiness talaga is wanting what you get. Success is getting what you want eh. But happiness is wanting what you get. You being contented sa anong meron ka, and you put to good use kung ano yung meron ka. That's the secret to happiness.
Thank you, Ma'am Bing, for that wonderful answer. And ma'am, for our second to the last question, what motivated you to climb the ladder of success? How did you manage the challenges?
Okay, what motivated me really is my family, my children, my husband, my mother. Competitive kasi ako eh. Competitive ako. Nung nakikita ko na yung brother ko is, successful. Dapat successful din ako, ate ako eh, no? There was also a time that nakikita ko, nagda-diet yung brother ko. And then nagpumayat siya. Sabi ko, pumayat siya. Dapat pumayat din ako. And I did. No, during pandemic kasi we did nothing but eat, so lumalaki tayo. So I decided I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna lose 30 pounds in this such time. And then by God's grace, I was able to achieve it also. So what motivates me are my family, you know, and my children, my daughters, and also the people that I work with. You know, marami akong hinahandle na tao. And yung knowledge lang that I am able to help a lot of people enrich their lives, improve their lives, improve the quality of their life because nai-promote ko sila or nai-recommend ko sila, that is one of the things that really makes me happy. No? Yung nakikita ko na, nakaka-acquire na siya ng sasakyan, 'di ba? Meron na siyang sariling bahay. She started out as a teller and then ngayon branch head na siya. So those are the things that really motivates me, no? Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. It really is motivating to watch successors like you, Ma'am Bing, to initially become successful by loving what they do po. And for our last question, Ma'am Bing, what values are most important to you as a leader? Thank you po.
Integrity, that's number one. Integrity talaga. yun yung iiwan natin sa mga anak natin at yun yung minana natin sa parents natin. Okay? Kahit na hindi tayo maraming pera, pero kung yung ating mga salita, diba, yun yung pinanghahawakan ng mga tao, that's the best thing, that's the best legacy that you can leave your children. Yung integridad mo, hindi mo sinira ang pangalan mo, hindi ka kumuha ng anything na hindi sa'yo. And apart from, syempre, yung punctuality. That's something that is not negotiable sa akin eh. Yung mga employees na parating late, o kapag parati kang late, huwag ka na magpa-assign sa area ko kasi hindi tayo magkakasundo. Okay? Because doon mo kasi makikita yung commitment ng isang tao kapag punctual siya lagi. Meaning, may eagerness siya na mag-report to work every day. No, doon mo makikita talaga. So I think it's really punctuality and integrity that I value most. Thank you.
Thank you po, ma'am. And also, as a participant of this meeting link, what I learned about you, ma'am, is the first three things or factors that would be very efficient at work, which are being punctual and do not procrastinate. And the last one is the discipline. And then again, I guess we covered all our questions, Ma'am Bing.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you so much po, Ma'am Bing, for sharing your career journey with us po. Your session is very informative and educational. We've certainly learned a lot to be resourceful and creative. I am certain that we all need this session of hope, if you will. We really appreciate your wisdom, Ma'am Bing, and thank you to all our live audience. Stay safe, Tamaras, and be brave.